Magical Marriage Lunatics at least got one thing in its name right, because trying to finish it has driven me to lunacy. I have never been so disappointed in a visual novel's execution until now, and I would like to share my pain with you all. I am Bruce, and yes, today it's time to go loose on Moonstone's very own Magical Marriage Lunatics. So, our protagonist is Ushio Yuta, a standard guy who, and don't freak out when I say this, actually has parents. I know. He goes on a trip to get some milk one night, but then all of a sudden, vampire, fox, succubus, goddess, even a witch, cute but anomalous. For Ushio Yuta, they didn't even scare him. In less than a week, he's got a monster girl harem. Cannot forget the childhood friend. Team UU will never end. Exciting new school days, don't get the school days. Cannot rejoice till his marital choice. Which pretty much sums it up. The guy just wanted some milk, man. And he ends up meeting princesses from each realm. Luce from the vampire realm, Karen from the fox realm, Yulia from the succubus realm, Yorihime from the goddess realm, and Luluna from the witch realm, of which he had each met earlier in his life whilst accidentally getting spirited away to their respective worlds. Complicated situation, I know. And this sly guy even made a love pact with each of them, which made things even more complicated. That is pretty much it, to be honest. That's how we were thrown straight into this monster girl harem situation. And theoretically, I thought, depending on how the common route goes, this visual novel could turn out to be pretty interesting. Maybe the girls will fight over him, not unsimilar to a route in Princess Evangile, another Moonstone visual novel. Maybe we won't be stuck in a school slice of life situation for 10 hours. But unfortunately, we are, and it's wholly uninteresting. The worst part about the common route in this game is that you want it to end, but you also don't want it to end. Because personally, for me, I felt bad that all of these princesses came all the way here for my ass, but I can only pick one of them, you're telling me? So it kind of makes for a weird situation. And when I finally went into the route, I felt bad. But the thing about that is, like, the other princesses, like, barely care. Like, I'd at least expect a little bit more reaction from them. Now, I know that they're friends and whatnot, but seriously, so that partially confused and pissed me off simultaneously. After the introduction of our 6 main girls, Luce, Karen, Yulia, Yorihime, Luluna, and Yuna, Yuta's human childhood best friend, because we can't have a visual novel without that, can we? The plot ends up with them going to school with Yuta, and antics occur. There are annoying fan clubs for each of the girls, besides for Yuna, and some paranormal activities occur due to a witch's mishaps, but at the end of the day, nothing interesting really happens. It's just a school slice of life once you get about an hour into the game, and the common route is about 10 hours total, so if you manage to get through that, you can finally get to the girls' routes, which I found to be completely and entirely uninteresting, I'm sad to say. I did Luce's route first, and I was left bitterly disappointed. The main conflict, so to speak, was pretty weak, and was pretty much solved without reason. Sure, you get your blood sucked in an H scene, so points from kinkiness, but besides that, I felt unsatisfied. So I went straight to Karen's route, who I at first was going to save for last, but pursued anyway because I needed to have a reason to continue playing this game. I needed proof that there was interesting literary content somewhere to be found within this visual novel. But nope, unless you count the protagonist describing any inch of skin on our heroines as creamy as interesting literary content, which was also cringe as fuck, by the way. It made me want to shoot myself in my creamy temple. I don't even feel like doing my typical review format at this point because I want to put this game behind me. Sure, the backgrounds, sprites, and CGs are all crisp and nice looking. Sure, the music had some catchy tunes, like Yulia's, which was the one I dropped a beat to, and sure, Fox Girl. But a visual novel is a bloody novel at the end of the day with visuals, not the other way around. Well, unless it's a Nuki game, but Magical Marriage Lunatics isn't bad in many ways, it's just not good. It doesn't have any special feeling, nor does it pull me into its universe. If I'm saying, okay, but it gets better, right? With more than 10 hours put into the game, maybe, just maybe, it doesn't get better, and that's frankly disappointing. I will give this visual novel one thing though. It has parents, Yuta has parents, Yuna has parents, everybody has parents, which sounds like I'm hyper-focusing on one weirdly specific thing, but it's of note because visual novels and anime in general usually put the parents on some infinite work trip and you never get to see them. So if you could say anything about Magical Marriage Lunatics, it is thus. Magical Marriage Lunatics has parents. I don't want to give this visual novel any more thought, and all I want to do is finish the Higurashi console arcs. I need visual novel goodness to cleanse this visual novel badness. And even despite saying that, I don't think Magical Marriage Lunatics is that bad. It's just, if you have many visual novels under your belt, you'll find nothing new or interesting here. Those newer to visual novels may have a better time with this one than visual novel veterans, and that's okay, but maybe not for you, because it wasn't for me, and this is a high-priced visual novel. And if you made it this far, look forward to videos on Hatsumita, Majikoi, and Higurashi. Goodbye, or so I'd like to say, but how about one more time? Yuta can't sit on his feet though, packed with love and packed will pack, so close his eyes and pick and choose. Either way he cannot lose, just don't regret your choice and grovel when you buy this visual novel. Not the highest I would rate, but Karen's still pretty great.